Hey guys, welcome to today's live stream. How's everybody doing today? Do I look like the real life Harry Potter or what? Yeah, I think I do, right? I can't even hear myself because I'm not wearing my headphones, and I can't because they don't stay on my head. The only way that they can stay on my head is if I wear my hat, but of course, I can't do that right now because I have a wound right on my face that is healing. So, thank you all so much for being here. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for the support. As many of you know, I got into a really terrifying car accident. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm wearing glasses because, my vision is really blurry still. So I don't really know if it really is making any difference or not. So it's going to be a little weird today. As you can see, it's also not as bright in here. I dimmed it a little bit because I need to be able to see, and I'm really sensitive right now to light, especially out of my left eye. I have a hemorrhage in my left eye, and as you can see, I have a gash on my forehead. Yeah, you see how like the light keeps changing? It's just how it's gonna have to be because I can't put a light in front of me. But the gash, it's because I was wearing my sunglasses at the top of my head. And at the point of impact, they fell to my face. And as the airbags deployed, they hit me right in the forehead. And it looks like they went all the way down and then into my eyeball. So I don't know if you can see, but in my eyeball, I have a hemorrhage. Um, so I'm gonna get that looked at. I have to go see an eye specialist just to make sure that my vision is okay. Other than just the light sensitivity, I'm just having trouble looking down. So when I look down, I see double vision. Um, so I see double. So a few things are gonna change just as we do our live streams. I'm gonna have to, back up if I want to type stuff like that because it really hurts. And yeah, I just have that double vision, but we're good. I'm alive. My friend is alive, and my patrons know, I was out this past weekend. As many of you know, I'm doing a live, or not a live stream. I'm doing a documentary on Nichol Kessinger and Chris Watts that focuses on the entire summer. So their entire relationship during the summer, and everything was going well. I mean, the whole trip was great. I brought my friend MJ so that she can help me film a lot of the shots that we needed out at the sand dunes, especially because we're now in production. So we've already filmed part of our introduction, and we've also filmed the story while they're out at the Great Sand Dunes out in July 28th is when they were out there, and so it was all great. Not everything went as planned when it came to the actual documentary and everything that we were filming, but I mean, everything was great. It wasn't only until we started driving back that, it started getting darker. So I took off my glasses, and I took the wheel. The thing is, right? And we'll get to the content soon. I think I just really need to talk about this. I keep kind of keep replaying what happened, and I think if we hadn't stopped at the gas station for me to take the wheel because MJ was getting driver's fatigue. She was getting really tired, really sleepy, and so that's when she asked me to take the wheel, and I'm like, "Yeah, of course." And so we stopped by the gas station, and at the gas station, we decided to get some gas, and I took some extra time taking photos. I wanted to show you all. There was actually a Sasquatch that I took photos of. Um, because I thought it was funny, right? I was like, "Oh, look, a Nicole Kessinger sighting." So, I took extra time taking photos of Sasquatch at the gas station, and it just so happened that that stop made it so that the deer and us, we would meet at that exact moment, and I just keep going back, I'm like, we shouldn't have stopped at the gas station." There's, like, so many things, that I start replaying in my head. It was inevitable. I didn't see the deer popped out of nowhere. I was driving down Highway 285. It was around 7:40, and it just appeared, like, out of nowhere. It was so sudden. It was in the blink of an eye, and there was no time for me to react at all. Oh god, even crying hurts because this eye is just so painful right now. Um, there was no time to react. I saw out of the corner of my eye a thing, a mass, and then suddenly a huge deer, maybe inches. It was literally inches away. So I don't even remember braking. I didn't have time to do anything. And we made impact just right into the deer. It hit the deer's center mass, and just everything exploded. I just remember all of the airbags and the smell and the smoke in the car. And then I remember MJ. MJ was asleep, poor thing. I mean, she was sleeping the whole time, and she wakes up to the impact. And I know I can hear her yelling at me, like, "Get out of the car, get out of the car." But the first thing that I noticed was my eye. The first thing I felt was the pain and pressure in my eye. So I immediately, my first thought was I lost my eyeball. Um, and I looked at it. So I looked at it through the rear view mirror. I looked at my eye just to make sure that I'm okay. And then I noticed that I'm actually bleeding out of my forehead, so then that became the next thing that I was trying to, fix. And I'm getting out of the car, and as I'm getting out of the car, I realize the car is slowly going downhill, so it's rolling back. And that was another thing. I had to jump back in the car, slam on the brakes, put it in parking, and then, I don't even remember if I put the emergency brakes on, but I stopped the car, and EMS was called. I we had Luckily, we had bystanders who saw the whole thing, and they called EMS, they called the police. So, police showed up, EMS showed up, we both got checked out. MJ ended up with really bad lower back injury. Um, and I ended up with a concussion, a cut, and really bad eye pain. Um, we did not take the EMS to the hospital because, as we know, it is expensive. Okay, in the U.S., if you take an ambulance to the hospital, I mean, you're gonna pay like at least minimum $1,500, possibly more. We were in the mountains, so I kinda guesstimated at the time it was gonna be probably like $5,000 just to get a trip to the hospital. So, we got my friends to pick us up, which, thank you guys so much. I just wanna thank my friends, Grace and Brandon. Thank you guys so much for picking us up from the mountain. Thank you guys so much. And yeah, they dropped us off at the ER in Denver, and we were there all night. We were there till 4:30 in the morning, and we got released finally, but luckily, everything was fine, right? The concussion that I suffered wasn't severe enough for them to hospitalize me, to admit me. And we were waiting for CT scans for MJ, that's what really took the longest. They thought that maybe she had a fracture because she couldn't move. She couldn't even walk, like, at all. And we waited for the CT scans. Everything came back, negative. She has kind of like a minor slipped disc, but she's recovering. She's on crutches now, and on muscle relaxers. And I've just been told to just take it easy, not too much bright lights, not too much screens, and not too much reading so that I can rest my head and also my vision. So thankfully, we're alive. Um, you know, it's just so it's hard, right? Because one thing is a car accident, another thing is hitting an animal. And I think that's where I'm kind of struggling. I'm struggling with the most right now is the fact that I hit a deer. So mentally and emotionally, I'm not okay. But I'm thankful to all of you. Really, really grateful to have a community like you guys because I think I would actually be in a much worse place if I didn't have the community and if I didn't have this that I love doing. I think emotionally, I'm really fucked up because I just can't stop replaying the impact and the deer. And I've never, hitting a deer has always been the biggest fear of mine. And then it happened, and I can't get the visual out of my head. So I know it's gonna be a while for me to fully recover from this. My injuries will go away and hopefully my vision will come back, but I think that the mental and emotional aspect of this is the hardest. I lit a candle for the deer. I'm so, so sorry to her. I'm also very, very grateful that it happened the way it did because if I had hit her at an angle or if I had enough time to swerve out of the way, probably would have died. Because from everything I've read, right? And I mean I've been really, really going through it. From everything that I read, here in Colorado, they suggest that if you see a deer, to brake just enough to slow down your vehicle, but right as you're about to hit the deer, they suggest that you let go of the brakes and that you just hit them. Because what happens is if you see a deer and you brake, the car, right, as you're going fast and you brake, the car tends to dip down a bit. So what can happen is you're braking, so you're going fast, you're going, and then you hit the deer. That causes the deer to jump up instead and go through the windshield, which is what causes that's what is lethal about it. That's what causes death is when you hit the brakes and then the deer goes into your windshield. Other things that happen is you see a deer, you try to swerve around it, the deer jumps in front of you, and then you hit it at an angle. So when that happens, you hit at an angle and then your car flips. This happened in the mountains. This happened on Highway 285. So had I actually had time to react, my first instinct would have been to swerve out of the way. And if that had happened, I think our car would have flipped. And if we didn't hit other people or the side of the mountain, we would have fallen down the mountain. So, as bad as this was for us and how traumatic and the fact that a deer lost her life, I'm still really grateful that it happened the way it did because God, it could have been worse. It could have been so much worse. But I just feel so bad for her. She died on impact, so at least she didn't suffer. The cops told me that they were the ones who told me that she was a she. They told me that she didn't suffer. She died on impact. So that is the really the only The only solace that I get from this is that she didn't suffer. Oh, fuck my eye. Um, she didn't suffer, but yeah, everything from now on is basically just, recovery time and dealing with insurance. Dealing with insurance, I think, is just the most dreadful thing here. Dealing with trying to get the car. It's not, I don't think it's fixable. All of the airbags deployed, I think we have a total loss. Um, so that's that. And I think just the time that it takes to get all this fixed and up and running, it's gonna delay a few things, which kind of sucks, but hey, it is what it is. We're still gonna keep pushing forward. Things are gonna be like this for a little while I get better and everything, but we're still gonna keep pushing forward. This is not gonna deter me or scare me from continuing to do my documentary. Okay, like it's you know it's it sucks. It definitely messes with the timeline of the documentary and all everything else that we have going on, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, it's not gonna stop me. And as I was reading a few of your chats here before I went live, I saw that, V-bug, you hurt your toe. So yeah, hey, I don't know if this is all happening because, we're all here thinking it was NK, right? It was NK. Oh, by the way, I can be making a lot of faces, guys. Hey, I'm still me. I know I'm concussed. Hey, but I'm still me. So I don't mind. Go ahead. Throw all the puns in there, right? I was reading and you guys are like, "Oh dear." Oh, maybe it's too early for a pun. No, it's not. Hey, I'm still here. I still have my same sense of humor. Like I said, I'm concussed, but I'm not insane. you know? Ow, ow. Yeah, I'm not insane. But yeah, I don't know, right? Who knows? Was it, V-Bug, was it NK that put the Hoover right in front of you, right? You're just walking, minding your own business, and then all of a sudden there's a fucking thing in front of you. You're like, holy shit, right? Who put it there, right? We're all thinking it was Nicole Kessinger's witchery. And hey, I believe it. I believe it because we were at the sand dunes. I was investigating, okay? I went on hikes. I climbed the dunes. I went and experienced everything that she put Christopher through, right? Christopher, Twistifer twats, right? Everything that she put Twistifer through. I felt it. I experienced it. And then I fully understood how this man can go from having this elaborate, beautiful weekend getaway with his mistress and then have to go and meet with his family in North Carolina the next day, right? I can definitely understand where he was feeling resentful, having to leave such a beautiful weekend getaway with Neke. Oh, we went to the sand dunes. Then we went on a hike. I put my little feet in the water, right? Like all of these things, I experienced it. And so, yeah, I think it's really weird that we were out, doing all these things, investigating, doing hikes and everything. And then all of a sudden, a deer appears in front of me in a millisecond, right? Who put the deer there? Who knows? Maybe she was just trying to cross the road, trying to get to her friends, or it was NK getting back at me for taking photos of her, right? Looking like Sasquatch. I was gonna show you all. I'm like, oh, look, there's an NK sighting. And then she's like, deer. That's probably what happened. So, hey, who really knows, right? Who really knows? But, oh man, I don't know. We just gotta be safer on the road. I don't even know what to say. I'm like, how can you even prevent something like this, right? I mean, I was telling some of you, the roads out here in Colorado, and I mean anywhere really, if you're going out into just the countryside and the mountains, you're always going to see wildlife, and it's so unpredictable. I mean, animals just pop out of nowhere. Sometimes even a dog or a cat runs through, or a squirrel. and you have to just slam on your brakes immediately, you know? So something like this was just unpredictable, unpreventable, unavoidable, but it also does make me think, did Nikki put the deer there? Was she, feeling the senses, right? When I was at the sand dunes, she was getting the vibrations. Right? She's feeling like a little itchiness in her ass or something. And she's like, uh-oh, I think Rox is out at the sand dunes trying to find the truth. And so that's why she did her little witchery, put a little deer in front of me. So who really knows, right? We need sage. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes. Oh, thank you guys so much. I do want to give a special shout out to a lot of you. I want to thank Eric, Isa. Thank you so much for the donation. You guys are so sweet. Like I said, I'm really fucked up right now mentally and emotionally, but I think I would be way worse if I didn't have you guys. Eric, thank you so much for the Venmo donation. You are so sweet. For allowing me to take the day off yesterday. It really does help. And I want to thank Shelly. Shelly, thank you so much as well for uh the 50 pounds and for the flowers, right? Thank you so much for the emojis. They're like flower emojis, but I thought they were so cute. And I want to thank my patrons. Thank you so much to my Patreon members for supporting me, supporting the documentary, supporting the filmmaking process. And thank you for being with me through this entire ordeal. And I also want to thank each and every one of you, all of my subscribers. Thank you so much for, I was reading through the comments. Some of you guys are so sweet. Telling one another to like watch my videos and stuff to give me more playtime. It's just so cute. And I'm just really grateful to you all. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. You guys are so amazing. Okay. All right, guys. Okay, let's get into the content. Um excuse me. Um thank you guys. But yeah, let's get into the content. Thank you, Julie. Oh my god. Thank you guys so much. And I know there's like more and I'll take a look at the end. We love you, Rocks. Keep your chin up when we're always here for you. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. Oh, Dragon Onion, thank you. Thank you so much. I fell off an e-bike going downhill on Sunday. Nearly broke my jaw. She's after us. Yes. Oh my goodness. Dragon Onion. Take care of yourself. I admire you. Many of us feel hardest for the innocent beings. You're a good human. Thank you so much. Dragon Onion, I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're well. Um, God, how are you? Falling off an e-bike is no joke, you guys. Don't ride those things. They're evil. Did Nichol Kessinger design those things? She probably did. She probably got with the Lime CEO, or what is it, the little Uber, where they were like, if somebody named Dragon Onion pays for this, make sure that the thing just goes and it just flies off, right? Like, who knows, right? Who really knows? They're probably there like she's like, make sure it goes faster, and then it just breaks all of a sudden. Who knows, right? We can have our own little theories here. Hey, I've been trying to rationalize this accident for a while. I'm just gonna say it was NK. Let's just blame everything on NK. Oh, thank you. Oh, Neffy. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Let's celebrate. Oh my God. Neffy, thank you so much. Oh wow. See, when I see these different colors, I just get so thrown off. I'm like, whoa, what's this color? Right. Like I said, I always freak out because I think it's my live stream telling me that NK is trying to sabotage it, right? Or Dr. Phil. It could be Dr. Phil as well, right? He's like, who's this lady talking shit about my head? And he's sabotaging it. So yeah, I get a little weirded out when I see these different super chat colors, but thank you. I appreciate you all so much. Yes, NK's bad juju strikes again. Yep, 100%. She partnered with a Timu. Oh man. She partnered with Temu to make e-bikes. I love it. Oh, man. You see, I'm already feeling so much better. You guys are amazing. I'm already feeling better. Laughter cures everything. I'm so sure of it. Also, my tooth is hurting. I don't know what's up with that, but this tooth, it hurts. So I don't know. My body is probably just now feeling all of the effects of the accident, but my tooth kind of hurts, but hey, it's fine. I'm still laughing. I'm still here. As long as it doesn't go flying into the screen, right? I think I'll be okay. Watch you see me all snaggletooth. I've been making fun of Chris and Nicole for so long, I end up snaggletooth just like them. Oh, Eric, thank you so much. Aw, thank you. I appreciate you so, so much. You have no idea. Eric, you said thank you. Oh, man. Yes, laughter is the best medicine. All right. Well, guys, yeah, let's go ahead and get into the content. If you guys have any more questions, yeah, I'll hang out for a little bit here at the end of the live stream for as long as I can. I do want to make this a kind of a short one. If I do start to feel a little weird or my eye starts to, feel the effects, I'll just end it early. But I do want to get through this. So, the thing I really wanna talk about is, the the sand dunes. So, I went out to the sand dunes this weekend. We got there Saturday, we were there Saturday, Sunday, and we left Monday, so 3 days. And my entire experience there, it did really open up my eyes to a lot, and I started to then see this case from a different perspective. Still obviously the same perspective, but I will say that when you put yourself in their shoes and you do the things that they did and you live it, it really does start to solidify just how calculated Nicole Kessinger was at making sure that Chris picked her. That is the most eye-opening thing for me is holy shit, if someone took me on a date out here and they're trying to get me to leave my spouse, I would be blown away. I'd be like, "Oh my god, how thoughtful of you, mistress, to put this elaborate thing together for me to take me on sand dunes." Sandboarding down the sand like a 10-year-old, right? This is so fun. Getting sand in my eyes, getting sand in my mouth, getting sand all in my crevices, right? Oh, this is so fun. And then going on a hike, dipping my feet in the water, going on a beautiful, um, you know, going out and looking at a beautiful waterfall. How romantic, right? So, it really put me in their shoes, and I wanted to listen to this interview again. Now, I will say we've already done this interview, but in this interview, very specifically, she talks about the sand dunes, and what I really wanna talk about and focus on is her language and how she talks about the sand dunes and how she doesn't remember when she got there, she doesn't remember how many days they stayed. There's a lot of things that she doesn't remember. Now, I am fully concussed, okay? I have a full fucking concussion, all right, that I'm still recovering from. And I still know exactly how many days I stayed at the sand dunes. And so this is just one of the other things that I want to look into. Why is it that Nicole Kessinger doesn't remember how long she was at the sand dunes? She doesn't remember, oh, was it more than 1 day or less than 3, right? Who does that? And what hikes and what other things that they explore, these are the things that I wanna, talk about and go through with you guys. So but yes, I did see another super chat. Tammy, thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I saw the hot pink. I'm like, "Oh, hot pink? What's this?" Thank you. Oh, Tammy. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much. And Tammy, I do wanna thank you, right? You're an EMT, so I think all EMTs, they checked my face and my forehead. They were the ones that determined I don't need stitches, but I do need to get my eyeball checked out. So thank you for all you do. And thank you to everyone out there too. If any of you guys are, nurses in the healthcare community or healthcare, if you're nurses, doctors, EMTs, thank you all so, so much for everything you guys do. Um But yes, yeah, they did. They went at the end of July. Yes, they went on July 28th. Let's go ahead and pull up our calendar here. It is right here, July 28th. Oops, sorry. It's right here. Sand dunes and sand dunes. You know what I think here? This is the one thing that I was hoping I had while I was out at the dunes. Oop, okay, while I was out at the dunes because I want to see something. I want to check Friday. Let's go ahead and check Friday. They supposedly were out there on Saturday, but let's go ahead and check. It was the 27th, right? Okay, it was the 27th. All right, let's go ahead and look at Nicole Kessinger's phone logs. I think they left on Friday, but let's go ahead and check. All right, so the 27th, there is Jim. Wow, Jim at 7:11. There's another call to Chris. Or no, Chris called her. Then she calls Chris. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, it's the other way around. Incoming call and then via voicemail deposit. And then at 7:21, Jim calls her. At 9:01 p.m., an incoming call from Chris. She's in Thornton. Okay. Huh. So then it looks like this incoming call lasted 2 minutes. And then the next call is on the 28th from Jim at 6:30. It's yeah, around 6:30 in the morning. So many of you have wondered whether Jim went out with them or not. And I think this is another one of those things that makes me question whether or not he was there because this is at 6 in the morning. He called them, or he called Nicole, I should say, and for 6 and for 8 minutes. So that means that they were already at the dunes while she's getting phone calls from Jim at 6 in the morning. But look, there's nothing on the 28th, and then on the 29th at 7:39 p.m., Chris calls her for 4 minutes. So that means that they were already home. Look at that. It's around the same time that the deer popped up in front of me. This is fucking crazy. You ignore that, right? It's just me, like, that's just fucking weird. But anyway, that's not part of it. I just thought it was really weird. Holy shit. So at 7:40, Chris calls her, so that tells us that they were already home. So they were already home by Sunday. But you know what? You know what I think? Looking at her phone records, and please let me know what you guys think, okay? Let me know what you think. Looking at her phone records alone, I think that they probably left Friday night because the call comes in at 9:01. Nicole is still in Thornton, so that means that she hasn't left. She's not on the road yet. And the call is only for 2 minutes, and that was it. A 2-minute phone call, right? So when I'm thinking a 2-minute phone call that Chris calls her at night 9 p.m. and there is no following calls after that, it tells me, and please let me know what you guys think, but that maybe Chris called her because he's like, hey, come pick me up, or, come, or, something like that, right? Because what the hell? Or was it that Chris drove the Lexus to her apartment and then they took Nicole Kessinger's, forerunner out to the sand dunes? And so he called her to let her know, hey, I'm at your place. I'm here. And then Nicole Kessinger and them and Chris got in the car together and then drove off. So based on the experience at the sand dunes, I do believe that if they had time to do all of it, they would have had to leave on Friday to wake up on Saturday and do all of their activities. Everything that they wanted to do had to be done on this day. So like I said, right, this drive is 4 hours. It was 4 hours for me. So that means that it's longer to drive from Frederick. So if you're driving on the day of, right? So if they drove on Saturday the 28th, then that means they would have had to be up by 2 in the morning to make it to the sand dunes at around 6 a.m., right? Which is when we look at Jim's phone logs, right? We see 6 a.m. right here. So then they would have had to get up on Saturday very, very, very early to drive 4 hours south to the sand dunes. And then they had the entire day to be able to sandboard, hike, and possibly even go to hot springs. Otherwise, they would have had to leave on Friday so that they can drive Friday night, set up their tent, and wake up at the sand dunes so that they can have the entire day. And being there for 2 days, right? I was there for 2 days. I needed the 2 full days to be able to do all of the activities that they did. Um, and that's just me, that's just my experience, so I don't know if this is what actually happened with them, but looking at the phone records, it does seem very likely, right? You guys let me know. What do you guys think? Oh, thank you so much, Lucky. Oh my god, you guys are incredible. I just yeah, I keep seeing these super chats come in. I'll definitely get through to all of them at the end if I miss any, but thank you guys so much. Dragon Onion, thank you. Thank you so much for the 20. Um Side chick makes someone happier than their partner does because your side chick only gets the fun parts of you. Yes, exactly. Your wife had to go through your worst days and you likely despise her for that. Exactly. Dragon Onion, I'm so glad you brought this up because it is so true. The other thing I will say is that, you know, going through this experience and going to the sand dunes and doing all of this, yeah, it's definitely something that you would do with a fun mistress because trying to do this with your kids would be absolutely just miserable, right? Your kids, the thing is, it's hot at the sand dunes in July. It was hot for me in June, so I can expect it's definitely hotter in July. So imagine trying to go out there with your family with a 4-year old, a 3-year old in the hot sun, having to walk out almost. Oh, what happened? Okay, there we go. Having to walk out almost an entire like half mile just to get to the actual dunes. It's not something that you would do with a family, right? And so that is the other thing that, of course, I mean, Chris felt that he was doing all of the fun activities with Nicole Kessinger. He didn't have the responsibilities of having to care for his children. And so, yes, Nicole made sure to take Chris on an experience that couples can do, right? Something that is fun for adults, something that wouldn't be fun for children. So, absolutely. Of course, he felt resentful when he had to fly out to North Carolina the next morning to meet with his family. Of course, he looked pissed off when he was at the beach with his kids because he was thinking back about all the fun activities that he did with Nicole Kessinger at the sand dunes. So it's very understandable. It really is. And like I said, this experience has really opened my eyes to a lot of that. Actually feeling it, because one thing is doing the investigation from your home, right? Like just doing it through screens. Another thing is actually feeling it. The amount of energy that goes into not only planning this elaborate date, but also doing it is a lot for someone who claims, I wasn't really that into him. He was way more into me than I was into him. Yet this woman was out there burning her skin right off, getting dehydrated, hiking all kinds of crazy trails just so that she can give this man that she didn't really care about the trip of a lifetime. And that's really what puts everything into perspective. Lucky, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my God. You guys, oh, this is for the production. Please take care of yourself. Oh my God, you guys are so sweet. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Right? Yes. Yeah, I can imagine being there. It's insane. When you're there, you're like, holy shit. No wonder Chris was pissed off that he had to fly back and have to deal with responsibility. Oh man, I gotta take care of my girls now. Can I just go sandboarding with my mistress? Can I just go dip my toes in this hot spring? Of course. Totally understandable. Oh my God, my face. I can't be making all these faces, you guys. My face is still hurting. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and start listening to this interview. I want to be able to pull out and really analyze the language, especially around the sand dunes. Let's see if there's anything extra that we can figure out. And then yeah, if there's anything else that we can add to our calendar as well, because a lot, again, lots of suspicious stuff here. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it here. I'm just gonna lower my the brightness on my screen. It's a little too bright. Okay, there we go.
Today is August 17th, 2018. The time is 10:51 a.m. This is Agent Kevin Koback from CBI making a phone call to witness in the Watts matter. Nichol Kessinger.
Nichol Kessinger. Yeah, even the same middle name, right? Oh man, I read something. Yes, yes, Anders. According to Nicole, they just had a casual fling. What kind of fling is this? Where a woman is going to completely just go out of her way to give you the experience of a lifetime. Thank you for bringing that up.
At 720-656-9605. Nicole texted me last night.
Okay, let me just forward it a little.
How long to get back to you?
It's okay.
It's okay.
You at least got a couple hours of sleep last night?
Yes.
You sound a little bit better than yesterday.
I feel a little bit better, not much, but I feel like sitting down and just talking about all of that with everybody is like, no thanks.
Good. Oh God. Making these faces does hurt, but I still got to do it. I do. Nothing's going to change. My eye is probably going to end up going that way, but hey, whatever I need to do to be able to do this. All right, let's continue.
Good. Well, I think just keep that up, and again, if you need if I can put you in touch with somebody from Victim Advocate to whatever I can help you with, just call and ask.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to need you to do that once we're done talking.
Okay, sure. I can get somebody in touch with you today, and you don't need to tell me about anything. We talked about that yesterday, but
I'm going to need you to do that, says the mistress. She's the one asking for favors here. Hello, police officer. You're going to have to do that for me because I can't. V-Bug. Leave my Hoover alone. It's so funny. There's so many phrases that I now say that I can't say without Nicole's voice, if that makes any sense. So anytime I say this is the spot, I always say this is the spot. Another one was like removed. Every time I say, and they removed it. There's so many things that it's definitely Nichol Kessinger's voice. Does that happen to you guys? I know it does. I've definitely read a lot of comments where you guys are like, go ahead and remove it in NK's voice. So I know it does happen. Aw, love Buzz. Of course, no worries. I have to go into work, so glad I got to catch the first of the live. I'll finish watching later tonight when I get off. Send lots of love. Aw, yeah, of course. Well, glad you joined. Glad to see you. And Tiger, thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, thank you guys. Read about it. Yes. I don't know what's going on with my other screen. It keeps going black and they just keep coming back. But yeah, read about it is another one. Yeah. Read about it. Just read. Every time I tell somebody to read something, I hear it in the in the Nichol Kessinger music. Just read. Boom. Boom, 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 right? Read about it. Read about it. Read about it. Right? The Nichol Kessinger remix. Anyway. All right, guys, let's continue.
It might be something good for you to do, and I can make that happen today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So what you texted me about 2 a.m. and said that you remembered some other information. What did you remember?
Like, just kind of odds and ends. And I'm sure there will be more as this goes on. I interacted with him so much that sometimes, like, I just have to stop and think about how much information that I have gotten from him over the last few months and the last week or so. And, like I said, I never know what's true and what's not anymore.
Sure.
But I figured I'll just give you guys everything I have. And hopefully I don't have to keep calling you back with more, but no promises.
No, that's okay. Please do.
hopefully I don't have to keep calling you guys back, but no promises. Right? She's saying all the things ahead of time. I'm not going to remember all the things that you want me to remember, so I'm going to end up calling you at 2 a.m. I remembered more stuff. Oh, come on. Really, Nicole? You don't even have a concussion, lady. How is it that you don't remember things that happened 6 weeks ago? And this actually had happened only a few days before that. So how is it that she doesn't remember? I mean, come on, really?
Like I told you yesterday, anything that comes to mind that you think is important, I'd like to know. Because you know him better than anybody probably over the last 6 to 8 weeks. So that's anything that he said to you or anything that stands out to you as you're reflecting on all this kind of mess here is important for me to know.
Understood. Couple things. So one, I went back and I tried to find whatever text you were talking about between my friend Charlotte and me with the eHarmony thing, and I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. Can you tell me about the text messages that you recovered between me and Charlotte? Because I could have sworn I deleted them all. But can you tell me a little more about the information that you have on me about the eHarmony? Because I have no idea what you're talking about. Did we notice the inflection? She goes, what is that? She sounds like some type of chicken, right? She's like, she sounds like some type of animal who got stuck in the fence. So what is she doing here, right? We hear the inflection. She claims that she has no idea what he's talking about. Oh, eHarmony? I don't know what you're talking about. As we know, she was fake dating on eHarmony, trying to get Chris to be jealous. And, again, this is just my opinion, but I do believe that she used that as leverage. She used that as a way to get Chris to make a decision and make it now. Decide now, Chris, because you might lose me to all of these eHarmony men. Tons of fine men on eHarmony. All of them just didn't show up. None of them wanted to date me, but hey, lots of fine men. This is the thing with Nicole. She's very manipulative. Um, she knew exactly how to press Chris's buttons. But on top of that, she also knew exactly what to do for him that he enjoyed. All the things that he loved, she knew that he would love, right? That's why she took him to the sand dunes. A lot of firsts. They also went to the Bandimere Speedway. They went to the car museum, right? All of the things that made Chris happy, all the things that he wished he could do with his family, right? And so on top of that, she's very manipulative in that she gave him a taste of this fun and then is trying to reel it back, is trying to say, oh, well, if you don't choose me, I'm going to find another man to give these experiences to. You guys let me know. What do you think? Because my goodness, like I said, that was a lot that she planned out. And there is no way that this woman was going to be doing that for some random eHarmony date. I mean, come on, really? You meet someone on eHarmony the same day? Oh, hello, Jason. Hi, I really like your profile picture. By the way, do you want to go with me to Germany? Yeah, I'm flying out. I'm doing a whole Euro trip. Uh-huh. Yeah, we're just going to do all of it. Yeah, we're going to go sightseeing. We're going to go, yeah, I think, yes, we're also going to go to France. You want to go with me? I'm going to go to the Eiffel Tower. Very, very romantic is what I heard. Anyway, Jason, I've never even seen your face in real life. You're probably a catfish. But let me just go ahead and plan this elaborate Euro trip with a guy I just met. Come on. This is not how it happens, right? Like, she's not going to plan this whole thing for a guy she's just having a fling with. Come on. Come on. Exactly. Oh, man. Thank you guys so much for the gifts. Aw, thank you guys. Thank you for the jewels. I like the little chilies. They're so cute. Yeah, the Speedway. Yes, the Speedway equals NASCAR. Yeah. Yeah, so Bandimere Speedway, that's where they had all the drag races, right? The drag shows. The ones that Chris likes to go with. His dad, Ronnie. Chris, hey, son, you want to go see the drag races? The drag races are really fun, son. A lot of fun. I go, bro. And so because of that, Nicole knew that she can get to Chris if she's able to pull on his heartstrings. And what better way than to do things that he did with his dad? "Oh, my dad is my hero," says Chris. So, of course, Nicole's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do all the things that he enjoys doing with his dad." Daddy, oh, Daddy Ronnie. But anyway, let's continue. I will say it's hurting my face a lot, but it also does help to laugh. So thank you guys so much. It really does help. Thank you.
Okay.
If you and I mean, her and I text so much though. So like, if you find it and you show it to me, let me know. But it's just like, I mean, I was on that site, but it was never like worth a damn for me. So it wasn't really something that I ever like discussed with her. However, when I was going back through there, I did realize that I had like offhandedly mentioned to her a little bit about Chris. I didn't.
Offhandedly? Offhandedly? How do you offhandedly mention that you're dating someone? And then before that, she also said, that app didn't really mean a damn to me. But yet she still had it. So how can she say the app didn't mean a damn to her, yet she's still on Tinder, on, Plenty of Fish, whatever are the other ones, Bumble, Hinge, whatever, Farmers Only, Farmers Only, sandbordersonly.com. She's on all of them. And here she's saying that didn't really mean a damn to me. And then goes on to say, well, I did kind of offhandedly mentioned something to my friend Charlotte about Chris. Offhandedly. Again, the woman planned an entire weekend getaway for Christopher. And she says that she offhandedly mentioned it to her friend that she just went out on this beautiful romantic trip with a man that she's dating. Let's continue.
Tell her that I was like, how deep the rabbit hole went on that, I guess you could say, but
shout out. Woo! Shout out. Thanks, Nicole. Make sure you like and subscribe.
It was kind of vague, and she was asking a lot of questions at that point, but it was just like, oh, you know what? I did say something to her.
You guys, I think I just looked at the messages, and there was some like little bit of conversation regarding, yeah, he's got kids. There was some conversations about some sexual related stuff, and that was about it. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that's it. But I mean, I did mention it to her, and honestly, we've talked since.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I do remember mentioning that he likes to go south with me. All kinds of south. Southern Colorado, my southern ass, right? My southern bikini. All of these things. And then she's just like, yeah, that's all. That's all I really mentioned. He's also kind of short, is what I said. He's also, I think he's Native American. And then all these other things. But yeah, that's all we talked about. Notice, right, that she's downplaying everything again. Ashley Madison. Yes, Molly McMom. Yes. I also read here, yeah, she kind of sorta, right? I kind of sorta mentioned it to her offhandedly, kinda, perhaps. Right? Again, everything that she uses, all the words, there's never any certainty behind the words that she uses because she wants to make sure that there's still some wiggle room in case the investigators find out that she's lying. So let's continue.
And I haven't even mentioned him, and that girl's so wrapped up in everything that's going on in her life. Like, I don't even think she realizes what's going on in the news.
Okay.
I don't even think she's going to connect the dots. Like, I would be surprised. Like, I honestly am convinced that if I don't say a word about it, I bet you she won't even bring him up.
Okay.
And even if she did, if I was just like, yeah, he's not around anymore in my life, like, I don't even think, I'm not concerned about her.
Okay.
Notice the words that she used. She's not concerned about her. Concerned about what, Nicole? Was that a slip? Here, I'm going to ask you guys. That was weird, right? Here, I'm going to ask you guys in a poll. Was that a Freudian slip? So a lot of things that she's saying here, right? She's saying, one, she offhandedly mentioned to her best friend that she's dating someone. The first thing, if she's your best friend, how does she not know that you're dating someone? Come on, really? Second, she says, I'm not concerned about her because she might not even remember that I was dating Chris. She might not even connect the dots. If she's watching the news, She might not even think that that's the same guy. I'm not concerned about her. Was that her mind giving away that she's actually not concerned when it comes to the investigation with Charlotte, as she is concerned with Jim? Is that what that means? It's almost like she's talking to herself out loud, like, "Oh, I'm not really all that concerned with Charlotte because she didn't really know as much as Jim knows." But Jim is the one that she was concerned about, as we know, because she's like, Leave Jim alone," right? She's like, oh, he's just such a good guy, isn't he, daddy? Yeah, my dad knows him. Yeah, he's been in my life for a really long time. Yeah, just leave him alone, please." Yeah, it seems that she was definitely way more concerned about Jim than she is about Charlotte. So let's go ahead and ask this question. Do we think that this was a Freudian slip? Oh, wow, I can't see. Sorry, you guys. All right. I'm going to fix a few things. Do we think that this was a Freudian slip? Okay. Yes, no. And then the last one would be, I'm just going to put NME, which means need more. Can you guys hear me? For the last one, I'm going to put NME, which just means need more evidence. Or should I just write it out? I should just type it out. Need more. All right, need more evidence. Start the poll. Yeah, my words. Leave Jem alone. Yeah, that's an interesting thought, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's such a good guy. My dad knows him. My dog likes him. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, my dog really likes him. Yeah, no, he does not bite his ankles off. So he's just a really good guy. My dog usually bites off the ankles of men that he doesn't like. And this is one of the men that he likes. Remember, I give keys only to the ones that my dog likes. Do we remember Chris also said this to the investigators? He feels so special. He's like, "Oh, she gave me a key because her doggy liked me." Little did he know that Jim also got a key, so he's not as special as he thinks he is. What an idiot. Oh, use speech to text. Wait, can I do that? I don't know if I can do that while I'm live streaming though. No, I don't think I can. That's a good suggestion though. That's what I've been doing a lot when I'm replying to a lot of you guys, but I can only do that on my phone. Okay, let's go ahead and nope. All right. What's going on here? Okay. Yeah, you guys let me know. Yeah, she's such a bad liar. All right, let's continue.
Yeah, and the only concern I had there is there seemed like there was some conversation about a boyfriend, and it doesn't seem like, so you were actually talking to her about Chris, not a boyfriend.
Yeah, I went back through those texts. I'm like, what is he talking about? I don't see anything about eHarmony. I mean, and if it's in there, maybe it is, and I just missed it. But
Okay.
It's like, no, I don't know.
It's not all that important. It's not all that important, so we can move past that. What else?
On Monday night, so a couple things. I told you he had like texted me, and then at the end of the night, he had called, or I had called. I think he called me, but either way, we were on the phone with each other. And like at some point when we were on the phone, he was like, "Do you want to FaceTime?" And I remember I was laying in bed, and I was just like, you know what? Okay, let me turn on the light. And I remember I turned on the light, and we FaceTimed. And when we FaceTimed, he didn't really say much. Like, it was almost kind of awkward. I don't even know why I didn't think of this earlier, but it was very short too. It was super brief. And
like,
I remember
what's short?
What?
What is short? Like,
What? What's short? What? Notice everything that she's saying. She's like, I can't believe I didn't remember this earlier. But anyway, I think he wanted to FaceTime. And I think it was either me or him. I don't remember. But then I got up to turn on the light. And then it was just kind of awkward. I just can't remember really what happened. But it's so dragged out. Who cares? Right? Who cares? Is this important? That's the question number 1. Is it important? Does it need to be said? Why is she dragging this out for so long? Talking about the FaceTime call, and she needed to turn off the lights just so that Chris can see her in the brown bikini. Let me just turn on the lights, Chris. Give me a second. Yeah, you like what you see? I got it at a Walmart special deal, 2.99. Yeah, it's for the springs, my love. Right? Whatever nonsense she was doing with the bathing suit, but anyway. Yeah, like a duck. Exactly, Angela. She never gets to the point, and I think that's what's the most telling about this is that she just talks in circles and she never gets to the actual point. Let's continue.
Like a couple of minutes or 30 minutes?
Oh no, I bet it was only probably like less than 5 minutes. I think it was only
Okay.
like a couple of minutes.
Okay.
And he
Okay, let's go ahead and look at her phone logs again. Where did those things go? I'm like, oh, where did everything go? Here, let me see. I think it's probably behind the screen. Yes, it is. I knew it. I knew it. Okay. She's talking about a phone call. She says that she FaceTime, but I don't know. She's saying that there was one that was like 2 minutes long. Let's go ahead and look at the ones that we were looking before. There's this one right here. Notice that, right? Isn't this interesting? There's that call. It was incoming and it was at 9 p.m. It was at 9 p.m. and it is a 2-minute phone call. Now, I don't know if that's the one that she's talking about, but I do find it a little bit interesting that she says it was less than 5 minutes, maybe just a couple, right? A couple means two. But notice that she doesn't give an exact time. She doesn't say, I was here for, I was talking on the phone with him for exactly this amount of time, right? She always does this thing where it's more than one, less than three. So it gives you, time to guess. Oh, more than one. Okay, so it can be 10, but less than three. Okay, so more than one, less than three. Two. That's two. All she has to say is two, but she doesn't. She says more than one, less than three. And this, we're gonna hear it, but this is the part that I want to get to is where she says, I don't know how long I stayed at the sand dunes. Maybe more than one day, less than three. Again, how does she not remember? How does she not remember? Come on. She's gonna plan this elaborate trip for her boyfriend and she doesn't remember how long they stayed. Let's continue.
I think we were like talking a little bit, but he was laying down on a mattress that didn't have any sheets on it. And I was like, okay. So I was thinking like, well, maybe he's in bed. I don't know what's up. But I remember asking him like, where's your sheets, And he's like, oh, I washed them. And then this is the part I don't remember if this sentence right here came in this FaceTime conversation or if it came in a phone conversation prior to the FaceTime conversation, but regardless, this next sentence came on Monday night, and I'm so sorry that I cannot, always remember chronological every little detail.
That's okay. It's understandable.
There's so much.
Come on.
But I remember...
That's okay. That's understandable. No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay, let's look at the calls that she's supposedly, mentioning here. So she said it was on Monday. Monday, the only call that we see here is the one that came in at 9:48 p.m., right? This is a 50-minute call. Then there's another one that happened on the 13th as well. Look at that, 52 minutes. And this is the one that rolls into the following morning. So this is the one where Chris and Nichol Kessinger were playing phone tag with police, right? So when we look at the phone records here, let me just go ahead and pull it up. These records are really bright because they're white. So they're kind of hurting my eyeball. But okay, right here, right? So those are the calls that go into the next day. They're all right here. So which one is she talking about? Because these are all the phone tag calls that she's talking about. There's one here, 1 minute. There's another one that is 1 minute. But then this one here, these are 52 minutes. But she's claiming that it was via FaceTime. So if it's via FaceTime, it's not going to show up in her phone logs because if it's FaceTime, it's going to be via, Wi-Fi, and it's gonna be connected through, like, Wi-Fi, so it's not gonna be a phone call. So, I do wonder if this is true or if she's lying about it. I really do, because there is no way to prove that she was actually on a FaceTime call with Chris, because it's not popping up in her phone records. So, I do wonder about this. What do we think? Janet, yeah, she remembers everything. Exactly. I mean, she claims not to remember a lot of details, but then she remembers that she FaceTimed him on Monday. I mean, how do you remember that, but you don't remember how long you stayed at the sand dunes? I mean, come on. All these calls, and you're like, oh, I definitely FaceTimed him. Yeah, I remember it because he had no sheets. What? Right? It's like, I don't smoke, but if I did, I'd smoke now. Oh man, that's funny, Molly McMahon. That's funny. That's pretty funny. Yeah, right. It's also strange the vocabulary that she uses, and the way that she stops her sentence to restart it and then say something else. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue. Let's listen to what other BS she says regarding this supposed FaceTime call.
He was saying that he was cleaning the house to try to keep busy, to take his mind off of things. And this was on the phone. And I didn't, and it was kind of late when he
You
was
see that?
doing it. And like, I didn't
Oh, the first one was FaceTime because I saw that he was laying in the bed with no sheets, and I was like, "Hey, Twistifer, what are you doing in a bed with no sheets?" And then the other one was a call, and I do remember specifically everything that he said. Really, really. The other thing I did see one of you guys said, yeah, I mean, Julie, yes, Julie. She remembers the expiration date of his condoms for fuck's sake. Exactly. She remembers everything. If the lady remembers where the condoms were manufactured, right? Made in Vietnam, right? Or wherever they're made. She's like, yeah, I know exactly when they were stamped for quality control and exactly when Target beep put them into their inventory. She knows everything about these condoms, but she doesn't remember how long she stayed at the sand dunes. I'm going to keep saying that because, again, this is definitely for the next 2 days. We're going to be doing the sand dunes and talking about the sand dunes and how her testimony does not match what actually happened. So, anyway, let's continue.
honestly think that much about it originally, because that man is always cleaning. Like, he's a very, very, like, organized, meticulous, clean individual. Like, he's the type of guy that will, like, vacuum his whole house one week, and if there's rooms that don't get used, he'd vacuum again the next week, just because it's, like, part of his routine.
Okay.
So the fact that he's like,
How is vacuuming part of someone's routine? I mean, I clean, obviously, right? Like I clean, I vacuum, I sweep, right? I mow my lawn. But I mean, it's not part of my routine, right? Like I don't wake up and I'm like, okay, let's see, what time is it? It's 9 a.m. Okay, I gotta vacuum the house. Okay, now what time is it? Okay, now it's 10:30. Now I have to wash the dishes, right? Like who does that? Do you have a routine? Unless you're I don't know, unless you're Consuela, right, from from Family Guy, "Oh, I need some more lemon pledge," right? Then it's not going to be a routine. Unless you clean homes for a living, it's gonna be a routine because it's your work. But I don't think any homeowner or anyone living, like paying rent or living anywhere is waking up every day and saying, "Oh, it's part of my routine to wash the dishes at exactly 10:30 and I need to wash or I need to clean the house and vacuum because it's part of my routine." Again, it's so weird, right? I don't know. You guys let me know. Yes, very regimented. Yeah, my Roomba. Yeah, exactly. My Roomba vacuums. Yeah, who has time for that? Puff and pass. Yeah, puff and pass it, Molly. You got to pass it. Don't be hogging that thing. There's a lot of us on right now, all right? Got to pass it around to all the 234 people. Oh my goodness. Oh, you guys are awesome. Um, yeah, he's always cleaning up after you. Yeah, being there? Exactly, right? And again, this really stands out to me because I don't think that Chris was cleaning all that much unless he was cleaning up his crimes, right? It was Shanann who was very meticulous. She's the one who was very organized, wanted to make sure that everything was in the right place, everything was labeled, the house was clean. She's very type A, right? Very OCD. And this is not something that I actually would think Chris is. I don't think Chris is OCD or, this clean at all. But you guys let me know. I don't think so. I don't see it. I'm sorry, but I don't see it. I don't see the guy cleaning meticulously because it's part of his routine. Oh, come on. I don't believe that shit. You guys let me know though. That's how normal people clean, but we're talking about Rain Man Potato Head. Exactly. See, normal people clean when the house is dirty, right? It's like, "Oh, I haven't swept in a week," and I start to see cat fur, right? All the little cat fur starts to clump up and accumulate, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, it's definitely been a while since I cleaned." But it's not part of a routine. That's really strange to say that. But anyway, all right. Let's get on with it.
Cleaning to kill time and take his mind off things did not seem like a super red flag to me. Because I was like, okay, well, that's what he does. He just, like, on his days off, like, he organizes his basement or he, like, cleans his garage. It's what he does.
Okay.
And so anyways, so that didn't seem at all.
No? What? On his days off to get his mind off of things, he just cleans. No, he doesn't. When was the last time this guy cleaned? We actually have it on the calendar, believe it or not. Let's go ahead and look at the calendar the last time that Twisterfer cleaned. He cleaned Shanann's Lexus. That is what we know. When did that happen? It happened in July. It's right here. You guys see that? Chris deep cleans the Lexus. Now, is it possible that Nicole is saying that he's deep cleaning the Lexus, because he misses her, right? Oh, she's gone. She's gone with her friends because it's her birthday, and so Chris is deep cleaning. And so she attributed that to, "Oh, Chris misses me. And when he misses me, he cleans to get his mind off of missing me because I'm such an amazing woman." Is this what this is? Is that what she means? Oh, he cleans when he's stressed. He cleaned when he was stressed because I wasn't around, so I think he just cleans all the time when he's stressed. Is that what's happening? Ow. I'm like, my eye. Yeah. What do we think? I thought that was really weird. Yeah, this is the last time he cleaned, and it's in here. And then the other time that she mentions him cleaning is when she visited him and she couldn't get into the house. Anyway, let's continue.
Like the norm for me, but something that just kind of like dawned on me last night is he made the comment directly after that. He said, "I had to wash the kids' sheets." He was like, "They smell." And I was thinking about that last night, and I'm like, this man keeps that house so clean. That's like the cleanest house I've ever seen. And I'm like, this man.
Yeah, it's not because of him though, Nicole. That was because of Shanann. She's the one who kept that house clean. Come on, really? Because of her, that house was immaculate. Okay, everything was just so put away. Everything was clean. It was because of her, not because of him.
And keeps that house so clean. Why would his kids' sheets smell bad?
That is such
And
stupid logic.
Do you think this was Monday night? What time do you think it was?
Stupid logic. Again, I think this is all dumb logic. Oh, the house is so clean, so why would the sheets smell? That's like saying the house is so clean, so why does the toilet have shit stains in it? Because someone just took a shit? Like, come on, lady. The sheets smell because, I mean, again, right? The logic that she's trying to say here doesn't match her story. She's saying that because Chris is clean, the sheets shouldn't smell. But if you're gonna think logically, I mean, people sleep in these sheets, so of course, right? If it's summer, you're sweating, so it might smell. Especially if there's small children, they might have an accident. So who knows? Maybe one of them had an accident, so you have to wash the sheets. So the logic there is very flawed. But I think that the logic is flawed because she's lying. right? I think that it's flawed because she's lying about it. I don't think that she's illogical, and so that's why I think that the reason that she's saying illogical things is because she's trying to back up the lie. And the lie is what sheets are possibly smelling other than the ones that Chris wrapped Shanann in, right? Other than the ones that, allegedly, right? In my opinion, she had to make sure that they were out of the house. The sheets that she needed to put in the washing machine before the cops showed up. These are the things that I think about when Nichol Kessinger says illogical things, because again, I don't see her as someone who has flawed logic when it comes to these things, but it does come up when she's lying. Again, my opinion. But you guys let me know what you think. I think Chris would have vacuumed if she told him to do that, as I said. Oh, absolutely. Anders, yes. I believe it too. Yeah, I mean, anything that this guy was told by a woman, he would do. I think that men and women often have very different opinions about what needs to be clean. Yes. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's very true. She's only been invited to a couple homes. Yeah, to the crack house. Yeah, no wonder, right? No wonder she's like, "This is the cleanest house I've ever been to. I've only been to crack homes." Mhm. Yeah, so of course, right? She's like, "Oh my god, what is this? Is this a palace?" But anyway, let's continue.
Monday night.
Oh God, I don't even know. I almost wish you guys would show me my phone
So
records.
I'm gonna read off your phone calls for Monday.
Did you guys hear that? Oh my god. I know we're supposed to be talking about the dunes, but I wanted to listen to the whole call because holy shit. She says a lot of crazy things.
I almost wish you guys would show me my phone
So
records.
I'm gonna end this.
And that.
You think this was
What?
Monday night? What time do you think it was Monday night?
Oh God, I don't even know. I almost wish you guys would show me my phone
So
records.
I'm gonna.
So what time do you think this happened Monday night? Oh god, I don't even know. I really wish you guys would just show me my phone records. What does that sound like? It does sound like she's trying her very best to figure out what the police have on her. She wants to know, what do you guys know about the phone records? I really wish you can just give me the answers, Kevin. Give me the right answers so that I don't incriminate myself. That's what it sounds like. She definitely wants the answers to the test. What do you guys think? Yeah, let's look at the poll. I do want to ask you guys a lot more questions. Do we think that this was a Freudian slip? Yes. Okay. So the majority of us think that yes, it was a Freudian slip when Nichol Kessinger was talking about Charlotte and saying, "I'm not concerned about her." I think that was a Freudian slip as well. 2% say no, and 11% need more evidence. All right. Yeah. Love it. I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Thank you guys. 63 votes is what we have. All right. Cool. Let's see. Wow, she really just asked what they had on her. Yeah, exactly. You guys should show me my phone records. Exactly. Yes. I don't know the answers. Can you guys tell me? Because if I have the phone records in front of me, I'll be able to be more accurate. Hello, that's not how memory works, right? Like I don't need to be shown a photo of the sand dunes to remind me that I was at the sand dunes. Ugh, so ridiculous. Anyway, let's continue. Oh my god.
I'm gonna read off your phone calls for Monday and Tuesday, starting.
No, it's on Monday.
Okay,
just
so-
tell me on Monday night.
Monday night.
Whoa! Whoa! Did you notice what she did there? She goes, Kevin goes, "I'm just gonna read off your phone records like an idiot," right? He's like, "I'm gonna give you the answers, Nikki. Yeah, you need to pass the SAT. It's okay. Number 1 is A. Number 2 is C. Number 3 is B. Number 4 is B again. Number 5 is also B. Number 6 is D." Right? Like he's literally giving her all the answers. But notice that Kevin says, "I'm going to read off the calls from Monday and Tuesday." And she says, "No, no, no, no. No, not the one on Tuesday, just Monday. Just the one on Monday." I'm pretty sure it was Monday. And I suspect it's because she didn't want She didn't want Kevin to read off the fact that she was on the phone with Chris while Chris was trying to get a hold of the police. She did not want to give away that she was trying to get on a three-way call with Chris at 12 in the morning, and then again at 1 a.m., and then again at 1:51 a.m., and then again at 2:06 a.m., and then again at 2:07 a.m. So she made sure to stop him and say, no, no, no. I already know what my phone records say. I don't want you to read Tuesday. I want you to read Monday. Isn't this shit crazy? This is so wild. What's more wild to me is that Kevin is such an idiot. The guy is not even thinking. I think he's definitely thinking with the wrong head at this point, because how do you not catch that? How do you just allow the mistress in this quadruple homicide to ask you, right, you the detective, for the phone records? I mean, come on. She's basically asking for all of the evidence that they have on her. Oh, can you just show me all of the footage that you have on me, and then I'll be able to tell you more accurately? I mean, come on.
Starting.
No, it's on Monday.
Okay,
just
so
tell me Monday night.
Monday night, you guys had, we talked about.
It's on Monday. Just tell me Monday night. I don't need to hear about what I did Tuesday morning, because I already know what I did. I was trying to get on a three-way call with the police to see what they have on me. So just tell me what happened on Monday.
Off your phone calls for Monday and Tuesday, starting.
No, it's on Monday.
Okay,
just
so
tell me Monday night.
Monday night, you guys had, we talked about.
Leave Monday alone. Oh, God, that's funny. Leave Monday alone, right? Like she wants us to just leave everything alone. Oh, man. Let's continue.
A phone call yesterday, but you guys had a phone call Monday night. It looks like he called you. It was 48 minutes and 57 seconds. It was at 9:48 p.m. that he called you. So that would take us to about 10:35. And then there's another call on Monday. It's for 51 minutes and 25 seconds, it looks like. I'm not sure, looking at this, who called who, but it looks like you called him. And that was at 11:09 p.m. That lasted 51 minutes. So that takes us to midnight. And then there's another phone call where he calls you. So we're now into midnight, Tuesday morning. It's a 30-minute phone call that lasts until 12:38 a.m. And then after 12:38 a.m., there's a 2-minute and 44-second phone call that lasts that starts at 1:12 a.m. It's 2 minutes and 44 seconds.
So I would almost, this is just me, but I would go get my text messages with him from that night, and I would sync them up to that time frame, because there was texting in between that. So I think what happened is he called me on that first call.
Is Nichol really telling the CBI how to do their job? Well, investigator, if I were you, I would just go ahead and overlay the text messages with the calls, because a lot of stuff happened. You probably don't even know how to do your job, but that's what I would do if I was an investigator. I mean, come on. The other thing is that she stopped Kevin, right? She's doing a lot of the mouth breathing. She's like, right? I don't know what she's doing there. Maybe she's panicking. Who knows, right? She's just, I don't know. She's breathing out of her mouth really weirdly. And she stops him right before he continues. So then he didn't get to these calls. She's like, oh, I would just look at both text messages and calls if I were you, telling him how to do his job. Like, come on. Exactly. Crickets. But all before that, it was crickets and just the occasional in the background. ASMR. Anyway, let's continue.
And then there's that gap between the first call and the second call. In that gap, that was when we FaceTimed for a few minutes, and that was when I got up out of bed because I was just having trouble sleeping, and I went and did laundry. That's what I did. I went I just put some clothes in the dryer, and then I think I called him back, and then we continued to talk. So that little gap right there between those two big phone calls at the very beginning of the night, I mean,
Yes.
not the very beginning of the night, but the big ones at the first two. So in between that gap, there's like a quick FaceTime.
So do you think that 2 minute and 44 second is the FaceTime?
The one at the very end?
Yeah. Well, so there's
No,
there
I don't even think the FaceTime's on there. Because
Okay,
the
so-
FaceTime occurred in between those two big phone calls. That,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Because it was like one big phone call.
Whoa! So Nicole knows exactly what's in her phone records. Like, she actually knows this because she's like, I don't even think it would be in there. It's definitely not in the phone records because it was between these two big ones, is what she says. These are the ones that she's referring to here, right? These two, this is what she calls the big ones. So in between this 50 and 52, she says that right in the middle, right? Right in the middle. So, which would be, what time would that be? So right here. She says that right in the middle, there was a FaceTime call. And then that's when she decided that she's going to get up and also do laundry. Both of them are doing laundry at the same time. Did Chris just inspire her to clean in the middle of the night? Oh, Chris, this is part of your cleaning routine, isn't it? That's when you do laundry at 1 a.m. You've inspired me to do my own cleaning, Chris. I'm also going to put my laundry in the wash. Like, come on, really? What do we think is happening here? This is really weird, right? I mean, she's talking about a call that she knows isn't there because she knows it's a FaceTime call. So she understands how these calls get logged, right? Again, this is a woman who loves to read. She tells everybody to just read. Reading is so good for you. So I'm sure that she did a lot of research into what calls are actually going to pop up on her in her phone logs. And then she goes on to say, "Oh, that is when I also got up and put my dirty clothes in the laundry." Strange. Strange that she claims that she can't sleep, and so because of that, then she's going to start cleaning in the middle of the night. What do we think? It's so crazy. Lie, they were sexting on FaceTime. They are disgusting for 2 minutes. Yuck. Yeah, they're playing Mobile Twister, right? They're playing Mobile Twister on this one. They're like, okay, Chris, it's your turn. Pick a color. And then Chris chooses, and then she's like, oh my God, so sexy. Okay, my turn. You're so damn sexy, says Chris, right? This is what they were doing at this time, apparently. I don't know. I don't know if they were actually playing Mobile Twister. I do think that they were still making sure that they had their story straight and that they were doing a lot of damage control at this point. Yeah, she makes it her business to know everything. Exactly. She was freaking out. Chris made a fool of himself on national television, and she knew that he was going to take a polygraph this morning. Yep. Yep. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, she's panicking at this point, and that's why these calls are happening when they're happening. But anyway, let's continue.
And then there should have been, there's a FaceTime, and in the FaceTime short, it's only a few minutes, and then there's probably just a few more minutes.
There's
and that's probably, what?
there's a few more calls on Tuesday. So 112 is the 2 minute and 44 second call. That lasts till approximately 114, and then there's a long gap until 150. So another 45 or 35 minutes, and then there's a 7-minute phone call. That phone call lasts till 1:58 a.m. And then there's a 10-second phone call at 2:07 a.m. followed by. I think he calls you and maybe leaves a voicemail or something, or you don't pick up. So there's a 10-second call, and then directly after that, there's a 10-minute and 24-second phone call.
Okay, so I'm talking about the two at the very beginning of the
the two long
really
ones.
long ones.
And is that when he's talking about the kids?
So notice she did not want to talk at all about the calls that Kevin just mentioned. She's like, yeah, okay. I'm not talking about those though. I'm talking about the two big ones, right? She refers to them as the big ones. They're big ones because they lasted what, 50 minutes, right? So these are the two that she wants to talk about. Let's not talk about the phone tag that I was playing with Chris at 2 in the morning. Let's talk about the two big ones at the beginning of the night, she says, right? Deflection. Exactly. I was literally about to say that. Neffy, you read my mind. Again, great minds think alike, you guys. That's why we're all here. This is exactly it. She is deflecting. She does not want to talk at all about the calls that she was listening in on because as you hear, she's agreeing, right? But she's not trying to stop him from reading out these calls because I think that she knows that these calls are very, very telling. And so she doesn't want to sound suspicious by cutting him off. So instead, what she's doing is she's listening to what Kevin is reading off. Yeah. And then you called at 2 a.m. and then this. And she's just like, uh-huh. Yeah, well, it's not those. It's not those. Those are not the ones I want to focus on. Let's focus on the other two, the two big ones. Yeah, that's because she's deflecting. She's deflecting attention away from these calls, which are very important. It gives us it paints a picture of what they were actually doing at 2 in the morning, right? Which is Chris was trying to get a hold of the police and she was trying to listen in to what they were saying. And so she wants to make sure that Kevin doesn't piece this together while on the phone with her. Because I believe, and this is just my opinion, I believe that if Kevin pieced it together for her in like on the phone, she wouldn't have a backup story for this. You guys let me know what you think. What do you think about this? I do think that she didn't, at that point, didn't really know how she would explain these calls. And so therefore, she deflects and say, let's not talk about that. I don't want you to figure out what those calls mean. And I don't want you to call me out on them. So let's focus on the two big ones. Yeah, the ones in the beginning of the night, she says. It's because it's deflection, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Kevin did a horrible job, obviously. Yeah, he was probably thinking of Twister and brown bikinis too. Oh, thank you, Lucky. Thank you so much for the jewels. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Maybe she was a pretzel when he called. Oh my God, you guys are so funny. I would like to see his face if or when he sees what that worthless trap looks like. Oh my God, Tammy. Oh my goodness. Save it for Patreon. I'm joking. Oh, it's hot. Um, oh man, you guys are so funny. Kevin is such an idiot. Exactly. Again, all of the things that are being said here are things that should have been put on the spot. If Kevin is already reading these things out, call her out on them, guy. That's your fucking job. Call her out. But instead, he's like, you're right. It's okay, boss. Yeah, let's not talk about the calls that are very incriminating. Let's talk about the ones that you want to talk about, boss. Hello? He's the boss here. He's the police, right? He's the CBI agent, not her. But she's the one redirecting the agent. How does that work? Who died and made Nichol Kessinger the boss of CBI? This is insanity. Who the hell hired Kevin Koback? That's what I want to know. I want to know who hired this guy. Anyway, let's continue.
Yes, with the sheet. Okay, so yes. I will help you line this up. Like, I almost want to just come in there and like drop and drag all of my texts to where they were going.
And you know what? We may meet and do that here coming.
No worries, Tammy. I was just joking. I was joking. No worries. Please, no need to be sorry. Yeah. I just said save it for Patreon because I don't know. You know, some words might be a little weird for YouTube, but hey, no worries, you guys. Yeah. No worries. No need to apologize. I just will say I'm definitely less censored on Patreon. I definitely feel like I can say more. But anyway, let's continue.
Early next week.
Yeah, well, all those phone calls at the very end of the night, that was me freaking out. Like, if you look at my text, a lot of that was like, I can't sleep, I'm really scared, where's your family? That was like me freaking out and him calling to like try to reassure me, or me calling him like please talk to me. I'm super scared. Where's your family? Like those little ones at the very end of the night are me not being able to sleep and trying to get him to like talk to me about like, and just I guess making sure everything was okay. So that those.
Bullshit. Let's go ahead and listen to that one more time because she's literally bullshitting right now, right? We know that she's lying. She claims, this is what she's claiming, right? This is what Nichol Kessinger is claiming with these calls in particular. She's saying that these specific calls were her calling him because she was scared, right? She's like, "Oh, he's just calling me to reassure me," which what an interesting word choice, right? Reassure her. Reassure her on what? Exactly. She's claiming that she was worried, even though in her previous interview, she said that she wasn't worried on Monday night. Yet, in this phone call, she's saying, actually, I was worried on Monday night. And that is what these little calls are, right? That's what she's saying. That's what these little calls are because she couldn't sleep. She's so scared. She's worried. She's asking Chris, where's your family, Chris? Where's your family? And so that is what these phone calls are supposedly. Of course, that's bullshit. She did claim numerous times prior to that she wasn't worried. No, she got worried the following day on Tuesday after they figured out, oh, where is she? Right? After Chris was getting ready to talk to the news crew, that is when she became worried. Yet here, she's saying that she's worried to be able to explain these calls, which, again, no one asked her. But she's giving a lot of detailed information because she knows that those calls look very, very weird. Wow. Let's go ahead and listen again.
Please talk to me. I'm super scared. Where's your family? Like those.
Meet and do that here coming early next week.
Yeah, well, all those phone calls at the very end of the night, that was me freaking out. Like, if you look at my text, a lot of that was like, I can't sleep, I'm really scared, where's your family? That was like me freaking out and him calling to like try to reassure me, or me calling him like, please talk to me, I'm super scared, where's your family? Like, those little ones at the very end of the night are me not being able to sleep and trying to get him to like talk to me about like
No.
and just I guess making sure everything was okay. So that those like real late ones, and that's why they're all kind of like sporadic, because I'd be up for like an hour and then I'd fall asleep for like 15 minutes and then I would like wake up and start stressing again and try to call him back. Like, so that's why there are all these like little sporadic ones throughout the end of the night. But those two big ones.
Is
Those two big ones. What Nicole is saying? Come on, lady. This is so absolutely ridiculous. What kind of stupid story is this? The woman is claiming, this is what she's claiming, right? Let's go ahead and reenact. She's claiming that at 1:12 in the morning, she was so scared, she was sleeping, right? So she would go to sleep for 15 minutes, wake up. Oh my God, I'm so scared. I'm going to call him. Chris? Where's your family, Chris? Where's your family? Oh my God, I'm just so scared. Please just reassure me. Okay, they're going to be okay. Okay, then. All right. I love you. Bye. Chris, where's your family, Chris? Is everything going to be okay? Okay. All right. I'm just calling just because I just want to be reassured. Okay, thank you. Bye. I love you. Chris, oh my God, where's your family, Chris? Does that sound believable? Is this logical in any sense? Who falls asleep for 15 minutes and then wakes up worried? Oh my God, where's your family, Chris? BS. I think all of it is BS, right? It's all bullshit. Come on. Really? She's claiming that she called him and then he calls her back. Oh my God, everything's gonna be okay. And she's like, okay, goes back to sleep, wakes up, checks on her laundry. Oh my God, is it still dirty? It is. Let me just take a nap on the laundry machine. Wakes up because it's shaking. Oh my God, right? There's soap everywhere. Oh my God. What is going on here? She's claiming that that's why they're sporadic. Except that's not why they're sporadic. The reason that they are sporadic is because Chris was also trying to call the police at exactly the same time. At exactly the same time, Twistifer calls the police at 2:02 a.m. And all of this entire section here, was Chris trying to get in touch with the police. So by the looks of it, it looks like Nichol was able to listen in on a minute of one of the calls between him and the police officer. Because if we look here, this call was made from Chris's work phone to the police. And then Chris called her later, right, at 2:06. It looks like she didn't pick up. Kevin said it was only a few seconds long. Here it shows as 1 minute on her phone calls, but Kevin knows the exact length, which was only like 10 seconds. So that means that Christopher called her back at 2:07 a.m. And if this call lasted 5 minutes, that means that Nichol listened in for 1 minute. Isn't that crazy? There was no way that they can get her on the three-way call. So when Chris finally called the police, he was at the same time simultaneously calling Nichol Kessinger, and she listened in to the very end of that conversation between Chris and the police. That's crazy, right? But Nichol Kessinger claims that it's because she was so worried. She would sleep for 15 minutes, wake up, call Chris to be reassured. She's lying about everything. Exactly, guys. Yeah. Aw, thank you, guys. Thank you. Yes, I'm okay. I'm okay. Aw, thank you. Oh, thank you for my... Yeah, it's the one time, I'm not going to be wearing any hats here for however many weeks until, my Harry Potter gash goes away. So you guys get to see me without the hat. Yay, right? Without my signature hat. We had a lot of those people, those Redditors, right? Those crazy people wondering about my head even, right? They had their own theories about me. Oh my God, is she hiding gray hair? Am I hiding gray hair? Is she hiding bald spots? Does she have a receding hairline? No, at this point, I just have a huge gash on my forehead and a huge hemorrhage in my eyeball. But anyway, let's continue.
So yesterday we talked about Tuesday was mainly text messages regarding your confrontation about his wife being pregnant.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
It is, and I
okay.
mean, I guess those phone calls were on Tuesday morning, but for me, it was still Monday night. So when I was talking to you guys last night, that's how I referred to it, because I hadn't gone to bed yet.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. No, that makes sense to me. Okay. So
Hold up. She just contradicted herself again. How did we not catch? I didn't catch this the first time that we did this video. Okay. Nichol just claimed that the reason that she keeps calling this day Monday is because she hadn't gone to sleep yet, right? Because she was talking to Chris on Monday and then it turned into Tuesday because it was midnight. But she also says, that's why I keep thinking it's Monday because I hadn't gone to bed yet. Didn't she just say that she was in bed and that she was falling asleep? And that's why she was calling Chris back and forth during these little phone calls, because she would just go to sleep for 15 minutes, then wake up, then go back to sleep, then wake up again. She just contradicted herself. How does Kevin not catch this? I mean, I will give him the benefit of the doubt because Nichol Kessinger is an expert at doing this. And I mean, even I didn't catch it the first time. And I even edited the video, right? And so this is the thing, is Nichol is just so great at rambling and continuing down topics that don't matter, that the listener ends up forgetting what the hell she's saying. So this is why we're all so confused about timelines and whatnot, because Nichol Kessinger just takes us on this wild goose chase, because she just keeps bringing in things and rambling on about things that go on forever that we end up forgetting. So holy shit, this is nuts. She just contradicted herself yet again.
So I guess those technically were on Tuesday, but according to my daily sleep schedule, that was still my Monday night.
Right. So the last phone call,
According to my sleep schedule, it's still Monday night. Notice the way she says it. My sleep schedule. What sleep schedule is she talking about? She was wide awake at 2 in the morning trying to get in touch with the police. So I don't know what schedule she's talking about. Just Josie, yes, it's so true. Yeah, we have the advantage of watching it and not being in front of it. So yeah, I mean, hey, I completely understand some parts of this. I mean, I will say though that he is also a CBI agent, so he should be trained for this. But anyway, that's beside the point. Let's continue.
um, with him on Monday, well, it basically starts into Tuesday. It takes you all the way to Tuesday. It actually
Okay.
ends like basically at midnight on Monday, August 31st. So
Okay.
his wife gets home
August
sometime
31st.
at about 2 o'clock on that morning. So
No, she got home on Sunday.
pardon me,
She got home
Sunday.
on Sun-
She got home on Sunday. So did you ever talk to him late on Sunday night?
No, we were on the phone,
No.
but I mean, I had to let him go and get up and go to work.
That was
So
the 9 to
sometime-
11 call it was like a 2-hour phone call we talked about yesterday on Sunday night from 9 p.m. to 11.
And that would have been the last time that I talked to him until the work day on Monday.
And that's when he texted you at like 3:45.
No, we talked during work. Remember I told you he like randomly texted me throughout the day at work, but it was just like bullshit conversation.
Okay.
It wasn't like anything of
No
significance.
substance. Okay. So the most important thing that you've said here is this Monday night phone call.
Wow. Isn't that crazy? Exactly, Nidia. Oh, before you delete it. Oh, you retracted your message. But before that, yes, she did get Kevin all confused. She just confused me. She's saying that Shanann got home on Sunday, even though she didn't get home on Sunday, she got home on Monday. And I'm sure she knows that. But she's also claiming that she was just on the phone with him. Kevin asked her, "Were you on the phone with him?" And she's like, "No. Well, yeah." Right? She says no and then backtracks and says, "Yes, we were on the phone." So she didn't admit to actually talking to him on the phone. She just admitted to saying, "I was on the phone," meaning the phone was running, right? Like there was a call that was going on, but she wasn't actively participating in a conversation, is basically what this woman is saying at this point, which completely just confused Kevin. Kevin now thinks it's the end of August, right? He's like, "This is August 31st." And it's like, bro, no, it's not. It's, you're calling this woman on August 17th and he's already calling it August 31st, right? So he's definitely not all there. Maybe he has a concussion, who knows? But it's confusing, right? It really is. She's doing so much backtracking, deflection, and just twisting her own story that it confuses the listener. So I'll give it to her. She's really good at this.
Randomly texted me throughout the day at work, but it was just like
It was like a 2-hour phone call we talked about yesterday on Sunday night from 9 p.m. to 11.
and that would have been the last time that I talked to him until the work day on Monday.
And that's when he texted you at like 3:45.
No, we talked during work. Remember I told you he like randomly texted me throughout the day at work, but it was just like bullshit conversation.
Okay.
It wasn't like anything of
No
significance.
substance. Okay. So
It was nothing of significance, she says, because Kevin was trying to talk about the text that Chris sent her. Let's go ahead and pull up the text message. And this is the text message that reads, "Oh my God, that is absolutely ridiculous. They would freak out." This is the call that Kevin is referring to. He calls it 3:44. It's not 3:44. It was 2:44. And it was at the exact moment that Chris is looking at himself. He's watching himself in neighbor Nate's camera. So she says, "No, no, no. No, remember we were texting throughout the day." And it was just nothing of significance. Bullshit. I don't believe this at all. I don't believe this at all. I don't believe that they were talking BS throughout the day. Remember, at this point, Chris was already shitting himself. The police were at his house. Nicole Atkinson had already called the police. There was a full canine unit showing up, asking, "Where's Shanann? Where's your wife?" And he was also watching himself in neighbor Nate's camera. Yet, Nichol Kessinger is saying that he was texting her throughout the day, talking nonsense. Really? On the day of the murders? Which also surprisingly ends up being one of the days that Nicole and Chris don't talk at all during that morning. At all. She says, yeah, that was the last time I would have talked to him until the next day, until the work day, right? This is the call that Kevin was referring to, the 111-minute phone call. And then she says, yeah, that was the last time I spoke to him until the work day. Okay. Well, what happened here? Right? What happened in the morning when she was supposed to be talking to him, right? What's going on here? Let's go ahead and listen to that again.
He texted you at like 3:45.
I had to let him go and get up and go to work.
That was at about on Monday, August 31st. So
Monday, August 31st.
his wife gets home sometime at about 2 o'clock on that morning. So
No, she got home on Sunday.
Pardon me,
She got home
Sunday.
on Sun-
She got home on Sunday. So did you ever talk to him late on Sunday night?
No, we were on the phone, but I mean, I had to let him go and get up and go to work.
That was
So
the 9 to
sometimes-
11 call that it was like a 2-hour phone call we talked about yesterday on Sunday night from 9 p.m. to 11.
And that would have been the last time that I talked to him until the work day on Monday.
And that's when he texted you at like 3:45.
No, we talked during work. Remember I told you he like randomly texted me throughout the day at work, but it was just like bullshit conversation.
Okay.
It wasn't like anything of
No
significance.
substance. Okay. So the most important thing that you've said here is this Monday night phone call, he doesn't have any sheets on the bed, and he said his children's sheets were smelly.
They smelled.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's get back to that because I feel like you and me are kind of getting off track.
Yep.
So go to that first long phone call on Monday night was.
Did you notice that? She says, yeah, can we get back to the calls that I want to talk about, the ones that are not incriminating? Because I feel like we're getting off track. Says the mistress. Why is the detective not the one telling her, hey, I'm getting off track here? He's the one investigating. Holy shit. He has every right to jump around the timeline because he's trying to get answers. Yet Nichol Kessinger is the one telling him, no, let's get back to the other calls because I feel like you and we're getting off track here. Yeah, and that's the definition of deflection. Again, she is deflecting because she does not want to talk about this 111-minute phone call. When she's asked about it, she says, no. Well, yeah, but I was just on the phone. I needed to hang up, though, because I needed to get up for work the next morning. And then tells Kevin, let's not talk about this 111-minute phone call that I don't remember anything about. Let's talk about these two at the bottom. Yeah, the two big ones. That's what she says. Again, what in the world? The most shocking part is that Kevin, having heard that, says, yeah, let's not talk about it anymore. You're right. We are getting off track, aren't we? The most important thing you've said, Nicole, is that the sheets smell. We can't even make this up. We can't make this up. It's like a parody at this point, right? The CBI agent is agreeing with the suspect. I call her a suspect, right? To me, she's a suspect. He's agreeing with the suspect, saying, you're so right. We are getting off track. Yeah, this 111-minute conversation is not important. The most important thing you've said all night is that the sheets are smelly. Is he for real? Who trained him? He needs training, that man, because how on earth is he going to think that that's the most important thing and not the fact that she just lied about the calls that she says she doesn't remember? I mean, oh my goodness. Oh my God. This is so crazy. And this is why we're on Watts Island. It's never going to end until we get the truth.
I think when he told me that, I don't think he told me that in the FaceTime text. I mean, in the FaceTime conversation, I think he told me that in the first conversation where he was like, their sheets smell. And I remember thinking to myself, like, why? Like, you keep such a clean house. Like, why would your kids' sheets stink? And, like, it just didn't really click. And then
Did you confront him? Why they?
What's up?
Did you confront him why the sheets smelled, or did you inquire why?
No. I didn't even ask.
Do you know?
What in the world? Everything she says is so contradictory. She just said that the thing that really stood out to her was that the sheet smell. And then she says, "No, I didn't even ask him about it." No, 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 no. She says, "No, no, 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 no. I didn't even ask him about it. No, I didn't even confront him, even though I thought it was so weird. I didn't even ask him about it." Well, then what the hell is the point of bringing it up? Ugh, this is so insane. Timu detective. That's where he got his badge for sure. He's like, "Oh my God, 50 cents off if I just spin this little thing. Oh my God. Oh, like, look at this. I got it for 1 cent." And then he ended up getting a job at CBI, probably. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I can't prove it, but I'm sure that's what happened. He got his badge from Timu and then just went straight in and asked for a job. "Hey, sir, I've noticed there's a sign that you're hiring. I got this from Timu. Will this get me in?" "Yeah, it's a badge. I got it for 1 cent." Oh my God. And whoever hired him was like, "Yeah, go for it. Yeah, we don't even have to pay for the badge. You're in. You're definitely you're saving us a lot of money here, son." Right? And that's why Kevin's like, "Yay." They put him on this case right away because he definitely saved the department a lot of money on that badge. That's what happened. I can't prove it, but hey, that's what I think happened. Um, Thank you so much. Aw, Skyline. Aw, thank you. I appreciate you so much for the super chat. Aw, thank you. Support for the 3 furry nurses taking care of you. Aw, thank you. They are my nurses. Thank you so much for bringing that up because yes, they are my nurses. They really are. They're making me feel a lot better, as well as you guys. I'm glad that we're doing this because I don't get to sit in my couch replaying traumatic events. I'm glad that we're doing this. I'm glad that I did it. I really am. I was, still worried about my sight and whatnot, but hey, at least mentally and emotionally, I'm doing a lot better now. So thank you guys so much. So much love for you guys. All right. But yeah, isn't this insane? Everything that she's saying is a contradiction back to back to back.
His children were quite young, and I think one of them was still in diapers. Would have that been a potential reason, that one of them had an accident, or did it seem like that's not what he was talking about?
I don't know. I mean, he didn't elaborate.
Okay.
He was just like I said, he always cleans the house, but even
She says that he didn't elaborate. How can he elaborate if he wasn't asked? Nicole just said, "I didn't ask him." No, 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 no. I didn't ask him about the smelly sheets. And then she says, "Well, I don't know if it's because his girls wet the bed. He didn't elaborate." Well, no shit, Nicole. He's not going to elaborate if you don't ask him questions. Like, duh. Again, it's all bullshit.
if his kids were to be in diapers and have accidents, I just feel like the man keeps his house so clean, and she does too. They both must have to coexist in a house that clean. But I just don't see anything in that house smelling.
Okay.
Hello. Okay. Remember? Oh, Hello, hello. Okay, can you guys hear me now? I don't know what happened. What the? Was it when I hit my face? There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, can you guys hear me now? Okay. Yes. Oh man. Some YouTubers fake muting. Wait, what? Really? I thought I broke something. No, no, no. Oh my goodness. Okay, what happened? Okay. I don't know what went on. Can you guys can hear me now though, right? All right, there it is. Okay. I don't know what happened there, but you guys saw my facial expression, so perfect. All right. Oh no. All right. Thank you guys so much for letting me know that you couldn't hear me. God, what I couldn't even remember what was being said. I hate when this happens. God, I can't. Yes, we can hear you. Okay. Man, how long was I talking? You guys didn't even hear me. Thank you so much, Tiger. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Okay. But okay, where was I? Here, let's go ahead and listen to this again because I just lost my train of thought with this microphone just shut off on me. That's weird. Okay, let's continue.
We don't know. I mean, he didn't elaborate. He
Okay.
was just like, I mean, like I said, he always cleans the house, but even if his kids were to be in diapers and like have accidents, like, I just feel like the man keeps his house so clean, and she does too. They both must have to like coexist in a house that clean. But like, I just don't see anything in that house like smelling.
Okay. All right.
So
All right, this was it. Okay, so this is the part that you guys didn't hear because I ranted for a minute and you guys didn't hear me. Okay. So you guys can hear me now. Okay, you can. All right, I just want to make sure that I can see my audio so that it doesn't yeah. Okay, just need to move the chat box so that I can see my audio at all times. Let me just move some things around here, guys. Sorry, give me a second. Okay. Okay, now I have full visual of my audio. Okay. This is the part that I think is very, very flawed, right? Because I've said before, I don't think that Nichol Kessinger has flawed logic. I do believe the woman is smart, right? She's definitely intelligent, especially in the way that she was able to, come up with such an elaborate scheme. But the thing that really throws me off with this is that Nicole, she's not flawed, she doesn't have flawed logic. But what she just brought up is very, very flawed. Because what Nicole is saying is that Chris and Shanann were so clean that she can't imagine anything being dirty in the house, right? No sheets. But the thing is that if this is her logic, then that isn't that why Chris is doing the laundry anyway, right? If her logic is, well, Chris is so clean, so she can't imagine anything being dirty in the house, then that would explain why Chris is doing laundry, right? It's because he's not a dirty guy. He's washing the sheets because they're dirty. So that is the logic behind why Chris is doing laundry, right? But again, the logic is so absolutely flawed because all of it makes no sense. So this means that she believes that Shanann and Chris are so clean that they don't even dirty a single dish, right? Like how do they eat? Right? What are they doing? They're just throwing food up in the air, right? And catching it with their mouth, right? That's what I was saying earlier. Yeah, are they just throwing the food up in the air like right? Trying to catch it with their face? Or are they doing some kind of spell, right? Aloha mora. And making sure that the food just floats up in the air and they eat it as to not dirty any dishes? Like, is this her logic here? Is this really what she's saying? Oh, these people are so clean. I can't imagine even a dish being dirty. Well, hello. They have to wash them, right? Like they are eating, but they're going to wash their dishes when they're done because they're clean people. So if the sheets are dirty, that's why Chris is doing the laundry. It's very flawed. Does that make any sense? Oh, man. Yes. Yeah, throwing chicken nuggets at each other. Exactly, right? They're like, "Oh, what's for dinner?" "Oh, chicken nuggets. Here you go. Open your mouth." There we go. I don't wanna dirty any dishes because we're very clean. "Open your mouth, Chris." "Oh, sorry. I hit you in the face." Here, let me try it again, though. Let me just aim for your mouth. "Oh, oops. I hit you in the temple." Right? Is this what's happening? This is how they eat? Just throwing food up in the air. Ah, because they don't wanna dirty any dishes? I mean, it's so absolutely stupid. How do they sleep in the bed? They just levitate, right? They just hover over the bed, right? Like, is that how they sleep? So they don't get the sheets dirty? Flawed. It is flawed. The whole logic, absolutely flawed. Yeah, it's Leviosa, not Leviosar. Right. Oh, man. Exactly. It is a huge contradiction, right? Huge contradiction. She's claiming the man is so clean, so she can't even imagine a single dish being dirty. Oh my god, the sheets are dirty? I can't imagine that. No, they're super clean. They never even do laundry. That's how clean they are. Come on. It's so stupid. There's a deleted text out there where she slipped up and texted something about cleaning sheets. Oh, and she's heading that off before they recover the text. Yes, boops. Thank you so much for that. And can you do me a favor? I have a huge favor to ask. Can you send this to me again on Patreon, because this is one of the things that we want to look into the documentary and into the actual investigation that we're doing. So yeah, can you remind me again about it on Patreon, please? It's yeah, just because I will write it down, but I'm sure I'm gonna forget. But if I see it on Patreon, I'm not gonna forget. So thank you so much for that. That is a really, really good point. Um, bed bugs and bed bugs and head bugs. Oh, sun lime, yes, yay. Yeah, I know, I had to repeat the joke because 'cause I'm like, "Darn it, you guys didn't hear it." I know, I really hate when that happens. It happens when I film videos too, and then I realize I'm like, "Oh, fuck," like something didn't work or I had to redo it, and then it's usually not funnier the second time. But I'm glad that you guys helped me out here, right? Thank you so much. Um, yeah, can you over clean a dish? I mean, maybe, right? If you scrape it with a rock, right? You're like, "Ugh, I gotta get this stain out." And you just keep scraping it with a rock until there's nothing left. Maybe. Oh, man. Oh, that's so funny. You guys are funny. Were they allergic to peanut butter? I thought I saw someone in the pantry. Oh, I don't know. Well, I don't think anybody else was allergic, right? Chris is definitely not allergic, right? Chris is not allergic. He loves his peanut butter sandwiches in prison, is what he talks about all the time. Oh, Daddy, can you send me some more commissary money? Well, son, what do you how much money do you want? It's like, peanut butter. Right? It's because this is what Chris eats. He just eats peanut butter, right? That is how he can get his protein since Nichol Kessinger isn't around to dial in his macros anymore. So if we do see any peanut butter, it's probably because Chris is the one eating them, right? He's the one stabbing it with a fork, making it all nasty, right? That's my pet peeve. That is my pet peeve, you guys. But yeah, it's probably what that was. But aw, thank you, Nithya. I hope you're well. I really do hope you're well, and please keep us posted. It is really, really good to laugh, you guys. Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna end it here though. We do have a little bit more, but we're gonna finish it tomorrow. We'll finish it tomorrow at the same time. Yeah, let's go ahead and end it here. I have a therapy appointment. I have to see my therapist. Just so that I can be okay mentally. You guys have really, really. I mean, you guys are amazing. this whole experience has been great. I'm so glad that I decided to jump on this live stream, even, with a little, a few differences here. Just making sure that my eyes are good and everything. But yeah, yeah, that's it. We're gonna stop it here, and we're going to continue tomorrow. But before I do that, I just want to make sure that we got all of them. I want to acknowledge everybody that supports the channel. Thank you so much, Lucky. Thank you so much. This is for the production. Oh, from Roly Poly. Oh, Roly Poly. Thank you, little cutie. Thank you, Roly Poly. He's so cute. I love the little eyeballs. Um, Thank you so much, Julie, Dragon Onion. Thank you. Thank you so much, Neffy. I appreciate you guys so much. Eric Issa, thank you so much. Macker, thank you. Your supporters are out here supporting. Hope you feel the love. Of course. Of course I do. You guys are incredible. Please take care. Hugs. Aw, thank you. And okay, where was I? Oh, right here. Tammy, thank you so much. Dragon Onion, thank you. Lucky, thank you so much. V-Bug, I hope your toe is better, and please make sure that if there's a Hoover there, just make sure that it doesn't just levitate, right? Because it probably is Nichol Kessinger at that point. Tiger, thank you so much. Skyline, thank you. Jeannie, thank you guys so much. Tiger, and thank you so much again for the jewels. Steph, Ratitude, Adam, Steph A. Cat. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all so much. And here, I just want to make sure that I got the others as well. Wow. You guys. Oh my goodness. You guys are amazing. Aw. Thank you. Thank you guys so much, everyone. Ratitude. Victoria, thank you. Tiger, RBS Reflection, thank you so much for the 1,000 jewels. Oh, look at that. It is a little fox. What is that? There's a little fox. Ratitude, thank you so much. Victoria, thank you. Thank you. And here we go. We have Tiger and Just Me Sue. Thank you guys so much for all the gifts and the super chats, all the love, all the support. I'm so happy that I did this, and I'm happy that we all got a little laugh together. So thank you all so much. And thanks again, Ratitude, for the jewels. But all right, guys. Well, that is all. That is all I have for you today. Please take care, everybody. Be safe out there. Crazy shit happens. Life is so unpredictable. I mean, the best we can do is just, be on the lookout for things, but, even that sometimes doesn't help. But anyway, thank you all so much. Thank you for joining today's live stream. Thank you for the support. Please take care of yourselves, and I will see you tomorrow at the same time, at 12 p.m. noon. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Love you all.